Well, the Johannesburg Emergency Management Services has urged residents to be extra cautious when using heating appliances to keep themselves warm and to avoid fire incidents. This as extremely cold temperatures are expected to persist in most parts of the country over the next few days, with snow in high-lying areas. Now, let's get an update. We're now joined via Zoom by Radebe-Kgiba, Joburg Emergency Services spokesperson. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It's very, very cold. I don't think we've seen such cold weather in, Johannesburg, at least in such a long time. Has there been any incidents reported just in terms of, the cold weather persisting, especially in the city? I mean, a lot of people, of course, are taking out their electric blankets. They're obviously putting their gas heaters, where you normally see them in open spaces, into their bedrooms.
Fortunately, we've not seen so many incidents, but the day is still continuing. It's a very cold day indeed, and it is today that we're expecting many people to be using heating appliances to keep themselves warm. We have, however, responded to a fire incident this morning at the Joburg informal settlement, where plus 20 shacks caught fire and one person had died. It is around this time when people will be using heaters, stoves, just to keep warm in Baula. And we, however, want to urge residents to be extra careful as fires increase, and the death numbers that have been recorded since June. We have about 25 people that have died in fire incidents, this including 10 kids.
Now, of course, we know from the weather service that we are going to be seeing these extreme weather conditions, for the rest of this week. And of course, we know that Eskom has now increased its load shedding. Just what are your plans? What plans have you put in place just to deal with some of the eventualities that may arise?
We are going to be responding to a number of incidents, and we can't say which is on high alert on which areas, because we have seen fires at urban and informal settlements. So there's a high rise in number of fires that happen in structural houses, where you find heaters are left unattended, or because of load shedding, some people will be using candles as well. But we do, however, have the necessary vehicles to respond to when there's an incident. So in case we are called, would be able to assist in all areas from Orange Farm to Deep Slot within the areas of the city of Johannesburg.
Have you seen that you've intensified, your fire warnings a lot more now in this period over the years? Or do you think people actually know, what to do during this time? I mean, at the moment, statistics will tell us differently, because we are still seeing people leaving their heaters on when they go to work, leaving them unattended, etc.
Definitely not. We have increased our education. We are doing door-to-door in informal and formal settlements, where we have seen that there's an increase in a number of fires that happen in urban areas. Your bedroom, houses, because of people leaving heaters unattended. People would go to work and say that I want to find the house warm, but with load shedding and electricity switching on and off, that becomes quite dangerous. And also with the open flames, candles, we've seen that someone will fall asleep while the candle is still on. That as well has caused many incidents. So we do urge people to be extra careful. Kids are at home, let's make sure that we supervise them and not leave them with heaters and things that they will not be able to take care of.